On my daily walk, there's a whole lot of clouds up there. I started to write out what it meant when there are stormy skies. And then I thought, Tiff, people have been asking you where you've been. Why have you been quiet in a world of absolute, seemingly turmoil? And so I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been thinking about, when do we speak up for what we stand for? And if we look past this moment right now, will you be proud for what you spoke up for and how you spoke up for it? And that is my stance. My stance is on freedom. And if we think that each of us is like a hubcap, and we have all these spokes that you're connected to, all these people that you're connected to, and all these people have different opinions and different experiences and different memories, and they have different beliefs. That doesn't make anyone right or wrong. It doesn't make me right or wrong, but it makes us responsible for where we stand. Because when we're not responsible for anything, we blame everyone. And if we look at the world right now, I just happened to come upon some girls' post, which I'm sure you guys all do every freaking day. I was like, oh my gosh. In 1 week, when these people look back as to what they were saying about this person, it shows me so much more about them than it does the person that they're bashing. And freedom doesn't mean we can say whatever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want to. Freedom means not being forced. Freedom means the ability to choose. Freedom means I can know all the sides and make a decision for me and my family and everyone else around me about what is right for us. That comes after understanding all the sides of the story. That there is no black and white, because behind the stormy clouds, there's always sun somewhere. There's always duality, and how you hold anger tells us a lot about if you can hold happiness. How you hold sadness tells me a lot on how you can experience joy. Tells me a lot about your values on how you treat your family when the going gets tough. So many people have asked why I haven't taken a stance. I have. I've taken a very strong stance that you are responsible for your health, not me. You're responsible for your life, not me. You're responsible for your wealth, not me. You're responsible for your happiness, not me. If we all know that we are the hubcap is essential so that the car moves and the car runs. The hubcap is central. Responsibility for you and only you is essential. It's what runs your body. It's what runs your mind. It's what clarifies your soul. So there's a lot of stuff happening. But what I believe is that if you truly take a step back and we stop telling everybody what to do, and you start taking care of yourself, and you start leading the life that you know is waiting for you behind the storm clouds. You start to be a better person. You start to speak your truth. You start to stand for something instead of point your fingers at everyone else and blame the current state on everyone else. That's not how this works. We're not gonna find an energetic match there. Besides other people coming back to us in anger and regret and resentment and blame, finger pointing, shame. So I'm in the center of a whole hell of a lot of people in my world that think differently than I do, and that's okay. I'm not going to say anyone's wrong. It is, though, each of our responsibility to decide what free means, because we're going in a direction that ain't free. And no matter if you think cloth should be worn, you think the jab should happen, you think you should have voted differently, we need to have the freedom to do what we want. And right now we need people to stand up for that. And if we don't think we have a voice, we will find ourselves blaming our neighbor for doing this unto them, for you didn't respect humanity by doing this. I believe the body heals from the inside out and the top down, which means God, universe, down, healing power of the body out. And that lifestyle is my responsibility. I also understand other people don't think like that, but their responsibility is theirs, not mine. So, what I do stand for is knowing and believing that we can all have it all, and that on the other side of the storm clouds is always the sun, and there's eventually a rainbow. But life isn't that good without all the people you love. And when you look back in a week, in a month, in a year, be the person right now that you want to be proud of then. Act like that on social media, in writing, in behavior. So many people are talking about being kind, and I mean, yes, be kind, but differing opinions create debates. Debates aren't negative. Arguments don't have to be negative. If we can come from a place of love and understanding and respect and responsibility and education on what is actually going on in this world, we're going to start to see a different perspective. And in that perspective shift, hi hon, is where you'll be given the solution to your own healing, so that when we start to get through this, you'll understand why it happened and how you got better, and how in the trials and tribulations and suck and sadness and sickness and death and scary stuff, that you got through it and you're going to be okay. So when we fear that we're not going to be okay, we start acting outside of ourselves. And what I stand for is total embodiment for who you're destined to be. And man, in tough times, I get it. Tough times, we have temper tantrums, and we have crying spells, and we have fear that, isn't to be understood, and we need to be able to feel all that, but not throw the dagger back at someone else, and then you look back and you're like, oh shit, that wasn't her, that was me. So, I have a strong opinion, and I speak a strong opinion in the spaces that people come for it, not to ever degrade someone else. Yeah, it might piss people off, but I'm not degrading it. It's the information that makes someone mad. So, this has been stirring to me for a really long time. And sorry I can't look at you. I don't even know who's here because, seriously, clumsy Tiff. I mean, just walking on a flat surface is difficult for Tiff sometimes. So, for sure, crossing a street while talking to you, it's not going to be good. Oh. So, let's focus on connection. Can we focus on connection? Can we focus on connection with your body, with your mind, with your heart, with your soul, with your family, with your workplace? Can you make you and your circle stronger than what's going on in the world so that you can withstand it, and you know you can, and that builds confidence? Because we need more of that versus hate. We need more connection versus kindness. We need deep connection and healing. We need mental health healing. We need traumatic healing after the last few years. And it's all because of lack of connection somewhere. So instead of comparing others, instead of judging others, instead of pointing your fingers at others, saying, this is why this is happening is because of bleh, maybe just focus on yourself and focus on your home and make that the best you can and be proud of that, so that there's nothing in your gut that says, yeah, I probably could have maybe focused on this a little bit differently. Because fear makes us do crazy things. Fear is what makes us sick. Fear is what puts our cells in our body in freeze state, fight or flight state. And being in that place for 2 years isn't going to make you healthier. So you control your own destiny. Focus on what you can do. See the world as it is. And remember to be proud of yourself and how you handled life when you look back to yesterday, to a week before, a month before, and a year before. We make mistakes, of course. There will be moments that you say, "Ooh, got the best of me that time." That's much different than saying it's your fault. It's no one else's fault. So there's a lot of storm clouds in the world right now. Focus on what you can do to make it better, to make yourself better. Focusing on making a difference instead of hiding from everything. Focus on bringing people together instead of pointing fingers at who's doing it wrong. And because someone doesn't wear this, that's why people are sick. That's bullshit. That's not even true. And when we speak from that place and we speak from anger, we don't understand the other side of the story. So, here's my 15-minute live. I don't know how long I've been live, but there's my billboard. Make it awesome. Make it great. Focus on you. Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on your family. All is right with the world. Bye, guys.